Bum 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 bum. All right, let's do some shameless plug there to get the Discord out so you can be part of the community, part of the Raid Shadow Legends community for the clan Mount Olympus. Good morning, everybody. Good Tuesday morning, August the 5th, 2025, about 7:20 in the morning. In the morning. Okay, I'm your host, Mr. Andron, part of ROTG Gaming. We play Final Fantasy XI every Monday and Wednesday from 9 p.m. to 11 p.m. And of course, this is my side project where it's just me, Mr. Andron, your host for Raid Shadow Legends. So let's get right into it. Um, all right, let's see. Raid Shadow Legends. I'll tell you from my perspective, I am almost at that 6 month point. I am a free to play, and I am almost at the 6 month marker, and I can one key. I can one key the Demon Lord on easy. I can one key the Demon Lord on easy. So why do I show you this? Just to let you know that um, I know a little bit about Raid Shadow Legends. Now you can see my champions there, and as you notice, I have two legendaries. I was playing while the Alice in Wanderer event was around, so I got Alice the Wanderer from the event. And then I pulled all four of these champions: Apothecary, Frozen Banshee, Ultimate Death Knight, and Deacon Armstrong were all pulls from shards. So, but that's 6 months down the road. Let's get into the very beginning. Let's start off with 5 beginner tips when you start Raid Shadow Legends. I guess the number one tip that I would have to say um, is your starting champion. Why pick your starting champion? Who should you choose as your starting champion? Very good question. Very good question. I'll give you my recommendation. There is no wrong way to play this game. You can do whatever you want to do. In the grand scheme of things, it is a game, a video game. There are efficient ways. Of course, there are more efficient ways to do things, for resources, time management, resources, all that kind of stuff goes into play. And the more you play the game, the more you'll figure that out. But there's no wrong way to play the game. Don't get upset if somebody says, "Why did you do that?" Well, you did it. Anyway, so the starting champion, my number one pick is going to be Kayle. Kayle should be your starting champion. Now, my Kayle has gone through a lot of changes since he was my starting champion. My Kayle was my very first level 60, rank 6, fully ascended champion. And the reason is that Kayle is very versatile, especially in the beginning. Um, and if you want to look, I will show you the masteries I use on him. Let me let me just move out of the way. There we go. This is a very, very standard kind of cookie cutter masteries for Kale. You're going all the way down to War Master. You're going to go all the way down the tree to War Master because you want to get that damage off the clan boss. Reason number one to pick Kale as your starting champion is because he's going to be able to do the most damage to the clan boss. When you start off with the easy clan boss, those poisons of Kale are going to be one of the best ways to increase your overall damage. All right. And then, of course, I move over to the support tree. We're looking at the accuracy. You're looking at the accuracy, and you want to be able to land those debuffs. The Maxter Heck, doesn't really help too much, but we're looking. Maybe I could have changed it a little bit. Maybe with Spirit Haste instead of that. But anyway, very generic. This is a generic one. So you can feel free to go to websites like Hell Hades and look for, or Amy Love, and look for, recommendations. This is just a generic base one. The Probably the most important thing is to make sure that you get War Master. So very basic, generic, cookie cutter type masteries on him. So what I'm saying is that he really doesn't matter. You don't really have to tweak him as far as the masteries go. There are some champions where if you don't have the right masteries, then they're not very good. But with Kale, you just get War Master, and then if you want to go defense, go defense. So his kit is what makes him so good for the clan boss. We're just going to move over here for a second, get out of the way. That dart bolt, it'll attack an enemy, 80% chance. When you buff it using your books, your rare books, that becomes 100% chance to land this little baby poison. Acid Rain, this is the wave clearer when we use him as our farmer. The Acid Rain is going to destroy all the waves, so you can make him an effective farmer. Disintegrate is just to help with the big poisons. And then, of course, his aura increases the HP in battles by 15%, which is very handy when you're first starting off to have more HP. So, number one tip starting champion is going to be Kale. And of course, the gear I have on him now is not meant for it's not very realistic. It's not meant to be a starting set. You want to have more something like lifesteal. You want lifesteal on your starting champion, on your starting farmer. I've outgrown Kale, and he no longer has that lifesteal set on him. But in the very beginning, lifesteal set on him, lifesteal set on all of your people to begin with, honestly. So, tip number one, Kale as your starting champion. And you really only need speed about 150. Hey, what's up? Got a little, yeah, you see that? Got a little of the background stuff going on. Trying to listen to it at the same time, are you? I hear you. All right. Oh, that was somebody in the Discord, by the way. Look, that's a shameless plug right there for the Discord link. There's the Discord link. So, uh, anyway, KO was the starting champion. Life still on him as far as stats. Your speed, you really want like 150. 150 for the speed. You want to be, you want to have accuracy because you need to land the poisons. So you need to have accuracy and then, of course, attack and defense. Now, with him, he's kind of funny. You want to build a 100% crit rate, but in the very beginning, you can get away with 85%. In the very beginning, you can get away with 85%, but ultimately, you do want 100%. And as you can see, I don't even have 100% yet. So, do not worry about that. Build him with over 150 speed, give him accuracy, and then as much attack and defense as you can. Crit rate of around 85%. Tip number one, KO, 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 KO as your starting champion. Now, that leads me to the second thing about resource management. Yeah, Ian's way is the only way. I hear you. I hear you. I hear you, Ian. And again, shameless plug for the Discord. Make sure if you want to follow what's happening in the background. It's like I'm talking to myself, but I'm not. It's the Discord chat going on. There's the Discord chat. You can always log in and find out what's happening behind the scenes. Anyway, so tip number two goes with the resource management. In this game, you're looking at your resources. You have energy, you got silver, you have gems. Okay. Um, gems. Let's go ahead and say tip number two is how to spend the gems. The very first 800 gems that you get, the very first 800 gems that you get, you want to use it for the masteries of your champion. So, let's look at someone like you see God Seeker Neri. My God Seeker has 0 masteries. If I wanted to get all my masteries without farming the Minotaur, then I could go over here and I could say get all the scrolls. And it would cost me 800 gems to get all of the scrolls. Okay. So, for that very first farmer, the farmer is the first person that you take the level 60, which should be Kale. You want to save all of your gems, the first 800 gems, and put it into his masteries, which will make him a faster farmer and able to live longer in the clan boss fight, which gives you more damage, which gives you a higher return on your attack, making everything a lot better. So, first 800 gems into your farmer, and there you go. Now, the rest of those gems, after you have the masteries, then you want to put it into the mine. This is going to be 1,500 gems to max it out. But once you max out your gem, you're going to start getting 1 gem for every, basically every hour and a half, you're going to get a gem, and you're going to cap out at 15 a day. So in 10 days, you have 150. Wow. That's 450 gems in a month. So in 2 months, you've already got your investment back for those masteries. Okay? Now you're like, 2 months? Well, think about it. I've been playing this game right now, going on for almost 6 months. And as you can see, I've got well over 1,300 gems. So the gems, they come slowly, but they do come. And most of that is from the gem mine. So do not worry about the initial investment. It will pay off in the long run. So tip number 2, resource management, is to take your gems, the very first 800 gems that you get, put it into your farmer. Hopefully you have chosen kale, and then have the masteries maxed out for kale. Tip number 3 would be to focus your attention on making your farmer a 6-star level 60 character. You want to max out that farmer. You want to get your farmer as strong as possible, so you are clearing the content so you can make food, and more food. And how do we do this? When we battle in the campaign, you're going to start at normal, and you're going to take kale, all the way through the campaign map, and you're going to take kale, and you're going to beat 12-7 with kale. And then it's going to unlock the hard mode. And then you're going to do the exact same thing. You're going to fight every single one of these in the hard mode with kale. And you're going to beat 12-7. And you're going to unlock brutal. Ultimately, in the very near future, you will be able to farm brutal 12-3. Now, my farmer currently is Bellower, because after I had kale, I pulled Bellower from a void shard. And Bellower is a better farmer, so I put my resources into him. But initially, at the very beginning, I did have kale. And let's see, I don't even know what this kale can do. He hasn't been a farmer in a long time. Let's just see what he can do. All right, he opens up with the acid rain and then follows up with the disintegrate. Disintegrate and acid rain. And we're looking at about a 30-second clear. Let me move my little nugget here. All right. 22-second clear. If you are destroying your opponents, if you are killing all of those waves in under 30 seconds, you should be happy. You should be like, a goal has been reached and achieved. Your farmer should be able to clear stage 12-3 in under 30 seconds. That should be a goal of yours. That way, you're able to farm the champion food reliably and fast enough for it to be beneficial for you. So, now of course, you can see my best time is 7 seconds. That's my Bellower. My Bellower is geared up for a 7-second run, and that's how I farm my food, is using my Bellower with 7-second run. But anyway, so kale, if you can get him under 30 seconds or at 30 seconds, then you have reached a goal. Now, in the very beginning, it doesn't matter if it takes you 2 minutes or 3 minutes, as long as you can clear the content. You will get stronger, the character will get stronger, you will get better gear, and your time will go down. Just keep at it. So, tip number 3 is to make sure That farmer, you got that 30-second window. All right. Luck, not luck. Well, luck does play a lot into this, but down the line, you will pull someone as a better farmer than Kale. But initially, let's just focus on that farmer being Kale and looking at that 30-second marker. Okay. Number four. Number four. Eventually, you're going to pull from your shards. You're going to pull some rares. You're going to pull some epics. You may even pull some legendaries. And what you want to do is you want to focus your attention on those 5 champions that is going to give you a clan boss team. Now, there are hundreds and hundreds of different ways to do clan boss. You have killable, counterattack, unkillable, burns, buffs, shield. I mean, there's tons of different ways to go after the clan boss. But in the very beginning, um, it's going to be basically life steal sets on your champions and getting the most survivability. So you want to have a high defense. So don't sacrifice power for defense. Get a balance of defense, power, survivability. And eventually you will see some good returns through your champions as the gear gets better. You know, my recommendation is that you have somebody that fills roles, not a specific champion, but a role. You want to have somebody that gives you speed, somebody that gives you healing, somebody that gives you shields or attack down or defense down. I would really prioritize defense down, attack down against the clan boss. Shields or buffs for your clan members, and then just, you know, some hard hitting damage over time like poison or HP burn. Poison or HP burn in the beginning is the way to go. And that's why Kale is perfect for this. Kale is perfect. And also, if you want a clan where you already got Ultra Nightmare unlocked, if you need one of those clans, I am always recruiting for the clan. Um, Mount Olympus, come on. We got 8 slots open. Mount Olympus. Come join us. And you'll have access to Ultra Nightmare. You'll have access to some of these goodies. Oh, look at this. I need to buy my Yukaro fragments. Got to get my Yukaro fragments. Yukaro. All right. Got my Yukaro. Oh, that means I can take new quests. All right, we'll do that we'll get to that new quest stuff in a minute. All right. Let's see. Where were we? Tip 4 was the clan boss team. Clan boss team, you want to have Kale. If you do get lucky, one of the very best clan boss is Frozen Banshee. One of the very best clan boss teams has Frozen Banshee. Now, I use this Frozen Banshee right now. 6 months down the road, I've got my Frozen Banshee. These are extremely easy to get stats. Um, We're looking at a defense of around 3,000. I would love to have my HP higher. I would absolutely love to have my HP higher. Um, I would love to have my speed higher. But as you can see, it's only 145 accuracy. I would love to get that higher. So even now, I could get higher and higher speed and accuracy, HP and defense. But what allows me to stay in the game is the gear, is defense. I don't even have that maxed out. Speed, I don't have it maxed out. But I do on my defense and my defense. So defense. What makes Frozen Banshee such a good thing for the clan boss is you saw how Kale puts out that 2.5 poisons. Frozen Banshee has 5% poison. 2 turns on the A1. On the A1. 2 turns. Now, the poison sensitivity debuff comes from a 3-turn cooldown. So, every 3 turns you can do the poison sensitivity, but it lasts for 2 turns. So, basically, you're getting that poison out there a lot. A lot. And that's why you need the accuracy as the land. Now, Cruel Exaltation really doesn't do much. It's a little bit of turn meter control, but it's not the bread and butter. The bread and butter is the Frostblight with Death's Caress. That's what's doing all the damage. And she has a decent aura. Increase accuracy in all battles by 35%. That's not a bad aura at all. I don't have a blessing on her. I don't have. Oh, let me look. You know what? That'd be kind of cool if there was a blessing. Let's go to the damn you altar. Soul Merchant, Siphi, Royal Guard. I'd love to have a Royal Guard. All right, so nothing I want to buy. Anyway, so there we go. If you are lucky and pull the Frozen Banshee clan boss team. All right, so that leads me with progression on the account. Tip number 5 is your arena team. Now there's only 4 people. You may be thinking, hey, wait a minute. Resources are tight. Maybe my clan boss team should be my arena team. No. No. Your arena team needs to win battles. You need to get your Great Hall up. You need to get the bonuses on your Great Hall. And don't listen to anyone that says, why are you putting all of your medals into HP? Why are you putting all your medals into defense? It doesn't matter. The champions that you have require different things. Everybody's got different champions, so you're going to need different things. It's a good idea to have accuracy. Accuracy is probably the most important. Doesn't matter how much crit damage you're doing if you don't hit it. So I would say accuracy is number 1. If you had to pick one, and like I said, every character, every champion needs different things. But I think we can all agree that accuracy is one thing everybody can use. All right. Don't worry about what was in the thermos. Don't you worry about what was in that thermos. Anyway, what was in the thermos? Hmm. What was in the what was in the thermos? Anyway, so there's no right way or wrong way. Eventually, you want to get everything built up. I would just focus on accuracy. Um, so your clan boss team is important, and your arena team is important. Your arena team is important because it helps with the overall career progression. Overall career progression of your champions makes them stronger, makes it easier to level up. So, what are some suggestions for arena then? Well, I can tell you if you want an arena team that will get you into the silver, currently I'm gold 1. I am going to just battle real quick and explain how I have this set up. Speed lead. Speed lead gives your team a boost in the beginning. Buffer. This buffer increases the attack damage capability of my nuker. Debuffer. Debuffer strips away defenses of my enemy. The concept is called a glass cannon. You go fast, you go hard, and you try to knock them out with one shot. One turn kill. OTK, a one turn kill. It doesn't always work, but when it does, it does. Obviously does. Alright. Now they actually did get a shot off. Okay, so they actually got a shot. That's whatever. Let me slow that down. Now this guy is going to die at the very, very beginning. I'm taking it off of auto. Now he may die before I get to say anything. So I do a little crowd control. The champion has gone to sleep, so he can't do anything. That's the crowd control element. Now I go with my buff. My nuker has received strengthen and attack up. Now I go with my debuffer. The debuffer increases, gets an extra turn, and then reduces the shield. Takes away the defense. My nuker didn't even get a chance to go because he was too low. Let's see if I can do one example where I actually... Well, these guys here, they're pretty strong. Let's do it anyway. Oh, okay. See here, let me move away. See, they're even using Kale now. I mean, Kale can be used in the very beginning. You can use Kale up into gold. So, um, oh, and they do have a War Maiden, which is one of the ones I recommend. So I'll tell you that composition here in a minute. I'll give you that comp in a minute, but let's do this battle. Now they're faster than me. They were faster than me. Okay. So let's see if I can make them all go to sleep. They're all asleep, or they were asleep. I'm going to increase the power of my champions. I'm going to further weaken them. And now let's see if I can get my one shot. Boom. One shot, one and done. All right. Let's see here now. So, who do I recommend as a beginning arena team? Who would I recommend? I'm just going to show you. All right. I will show you who I recommend as a beginning. Now, there are things called promo codes. Uh, Promo codes uh, allow you to get different champions. If you put in the promo code, you'll get the champion as a starter bonus, a reward. It's a promotion code, promo code, and if you put it in there, you'll get a starting champion as a reward. Now, if you can still use the promo code of Monkey King, then you will have Sun Wukong as a starting champion. He would be my number one pick if you still could do that, because he gives you speed in the arena battles by 28%. And in this game, speed is the way to win. So if you have the ability to start a new account and use the promo code Monkey King, and if it works, then you will get your number one arena person, probably all the way up to gold 3 or 4. It all depends on who you pull. But the reason that Monkey King is great is because of the speed. He's a speed booster. This is what we call the speed booster. Now, if you can't get Monkey King, eventually you're going to get High Katoon. Um, High Katoon is a barbarian. Is a barbarian. And she is right here. So you can see the difference between Monkey King and High Katoon. High Katoon is speed in all battles by 19%. So we're getting basically 10 more percent from Monkey King. So, but she's still a very good champion in the beginning. High Katoon. But it takes about 2 months to get her, or a month to get her. I can't remember if it's a month or 2 months. So in the meantime, somebody that you can farm is going to be, let's go back to field sort by rank. Someone you can farm is called Spirit Host. Increase all ally speed in battles by 10%. So even though it's only 10%, speed is so important. So then you're going to have your speed champion, and then you're going to have your nukers, and of course we're going to have Kale as a nuker. But before we get to the nuker, we need to have that defense down champion. And somebody that you can farm is War Maiden. You can farm War Maiden. But before we get to the nuker, we want to have that buffer person who can buff and make things better for us. A speed lead would be Apothecary, would be even more amazing. If you got Apothecary, excellent choice, or somebody that you can farm that you wouldn't think but is really good in the beginning would be dun 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 Diablos. There you go. Now that is a good starting arena team. Now, of course, there's going to be champions that you pull that are better. Um, like an upgrade to War Maiden is Deacon Armstrong. An upgrade to Diablos is Apothecary. An upgrade to Spirit Host is High Katoon. And then after High Katoon, anybody who increases your speed in the arena. That's what we're looking for. So there you go. That's the last of the beginning tips. Remember, pick Kale, make it your focus, your first 800 gems to his masteries. Get him to where he can farm a brutal 12-3. Get him into Clan Boss team. Get him in the arena team. And just have fun. And as always, make sure you check out the Discord link. Come drop a tail, send me a message, say hello. If you want to join the clan, I'll send you a link. We've got um, 8 slots left, and I can even, if you just want to do that personal progression, I can give you a link to start the game. If you want to play Raid Shadow Legends, let me know before you load it up. I'll give you my link, and you can use the promo code Monkey King and get Sun Wukong and have you starting off great. Anyway, if you got any questions, get in the Discord, drop me some questions or feedback on the Twitch or feedback on the YouTube. Just let me know. As always,